be the quietest 5.56 can I've shot yet. Welcome to the channel. Before we jump into today's video, I want to send a huge thank you to our channel members. Your all support means the world to me. If you'd like to join them and get access to exclusive perks and help support this channel, hit that join button beneath the video and become part of the team. A membership puts you on the front line of helping to grow this channel. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into it. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Exigent Defense Vanish 5.56 suppressor. This just happens to be from another Kentucky suppressor company in Exigent Defense. They're located in Lexington, Kentucky, not very far from my current location. I love supporting my Kentucky companies, especially when they make top-notch suppressors like this. Guys, if you could do me a really quick favor, if this video showed up in your For You page, please take a second to comment FYP. That lets me know that YouTube is sharing my videos. It gives me information and it helps with the algorithm because you're engaging with this video. That helps push this video to other people and I greatly appreciate it. Real fast, we'll go over the specs and features of this suppressor. Then we're going to get on to shooting it. We'll try it out on several different barrel lengths in 5.56, and at the end of the video I'll give you my final thoughts. Now before we go any farther, I need to send out a huge thank you to our channel sponsor, Aura. I really hope you guys will refrain from skipping through this ad because this service is a really important, really useful service that you can actually use. Right off the bat, I want to let you know you can try Aura for free for 14 days if you use my link aura.com/Kentucky Tactical. One of the biggest features that I like is they keep you off the marketing and spamming phone calls and eliminate all those spam emails that you get. One of the most frustrating things I was dealing with before Aura was the marketing phone calls and the spamming and scamming phone calls that you get. The reason you get those phone calls is data brokers, and it's legal for them to do this. Data brokers sell your information to the spammers, the marketers, and the scammers. Once these people have your information, you'll be harassed with non-stop phone calls. And the worst part is, they make it incredibly frustrating to be removed from those phone lists. Aura does the legwork, contacts all these data brokers, and makes them remove your information. I just got a notification today that Aura had me removed from 35 different data brokers. Aura does all that for you while you sit back and do nothing. Now that service alone makes Aura worth it to me, but on top of that you also get ID and credit monitoring. You can monitor your credit score. You get a VPN that's military grade encrypted, a password manager, antivirus software, and you get access to all these features in one neat app. If you're interested in giving it a try, be sure to use my link aura.com/Kentucky Tactical. That'll give you a 14-day free trial, and within that 14 days Aura gets to work on removing your information from data brokers, and you'll get access to all of Aura's great features. I'm not leaving myself vulnerable, and you shouldn't either. You guys will probably notice right away that the Vanish 5.56 is a 3D printed suppressor, or for a more technical term, it's a direct metal laser sintering additive manufactured suppressor. We'll go ahead and just be calling it 3D printed in this video. The Vanish 5.56 is made entirely of aerospace grade 5 titanium, so it's very lightweight while still being very durable. And with that 3D printed process, they can build this can in a way you just couldn't with traditional methods. So that opens up the capability of being able to be a low back pressure suppressor while still being a quiet suppressor. The Vanish 5.56 utilizes a coaxial venting system, meaning there's ports on the outer diameter of the baffles that let some of that gas on through. It is still slowed down in that process, but instead of coming back down your barrel as back pressure, it's able to vent out the front of the suppressor. It escapes from the vents that you see here on the end cap. This reduced back pressure system is going to reduce your exposure to that toxic gas, while also reducing wear and tear on your firearm. The Vanish 5.56 weighs in at just 10.2 ounces. It's 6 inches long without the mount. The mount I'm running is the extended taper mount from Echo Machine that's compatible with Griffin taper mount muzzle devices. Even though this can is made entirely of titanium, it is still full auto rated. It's 1.62 inches in diameter and coated in C-Series high temp Cerakote, and it has a barrel restriction of 10.3 inches for 5.56. This suppressor has been optimized for 5.56 at 223, and it's threaded hub 1.375 by 24 to accept all your industry standard mounts. That's always a really nice feature that I love to see. You're not bogged down with anybody's specific mount. If you're already running a mount that you like, just get a suppressor adapter that works with that mount and you can run this suppressor. Personally, I've been running Griffin's taper mount muzzle devices for years, and that's what we'll be using today. We'll start off testing the Vanish 5.56 on my 10.3 inch AR, and it's running a Griffin minimalist taper mount compensator. We've went over all the important details. Let's get the Vanish 5.56 mounted up. Let's see how it sounds on this 10.3 inch 5.56, and we'll test it out on a few other barrel lengths as well. Alright, we got our Exigent Defense Vanish 5.56 mounted up to my 10.3 inch AR. Let's take a few shots, see what it sounds like, and this will be my first shots through this can. Alright, not bad. Let me pop an ear off and listen to it. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. No ears. Yeah, that's really nice. Man, that's really quiet. For 5.56, that is very, very quiet. This may be the quietest 5.56 can I've shot yet. That sounds really good. Though that steel's very loud. Very, very nice. Very nice. I think I could shoot this all day without ears. I'm getting a perfect 3 o'clock ejection pattern, so it's not adding a whole lot of pressure back to the system. Very, very little gas coming back. I can pretty comfortably shoot this can without any need for ear pro. I'm not advocating that you do that. You should always shoot with ear protection when you're shooting 5.56, but absolutely no discomfort, no ringing in the ears, nothing like that. It doesn't even feel like it's close to ringing my ears. Now when I hit steel, that steel is way, way, way louder than the gunshot. Alright, now we've got the Vanish 5.56 mounted up on my 12.5 inch AR. And the sun's starting to go down, so any flash should show up a little better. On this 12.5, I'm running a Griffin Paladin taper mount muzzle brake. Let's go ahead and take a couple shots unsuppressed. Then we'll throw on the Vanish 5.56 so you can tell the difference. Very concussive. This muzzle brake is very aggressive. Alright, we've got our Vanish 5.56 mounted up. Let's see if we can notice any flash. I've got a bad habit of shooting that steel. I know you guys just want to hear the suppressor. Very, very quiet. Yeah. Still have my ears mounted from when I was taking those shots unsuppressed. I know I do, but it really feels like I don't need ear pro. 5.56 is still going supersonic, so you're getting that supersonic crack. There's nothing a suppressor can do about that. It's never going to be really good for your hearing. Always wear ear pro when you're shooting 5.56. It's very hard to tell over video what a can actually sounds like, so I want to demonstrate that as best as I possibly can. If you guys have been around the channel very long at all, you know I would not shoot with this can if it was hurting my ears at all. I do so much shooting in a year's time, I couldn't afford the damage to my ears. My tinnitus is already bad enough as it is. I certainly am not looking to add to that. So hopefully you'll believe me when I tell you there's no discomfort at all shooting this can without ears. but we want to be responsible. We are shooting 5.56. It is making a supersonic crackdown range. I'm going to go ahead and put my ear pro back on. Man, that sounds good. Let me give you guys an up close listen. This is just a great sounding 5.56 can. Alright, that was the Vanish 5.56 on a 12.5 inch barrel. Alright, now we've got the Vanish 5.56 mounted up to my 14.5 BCM. Let's see how it does on a 14.5 inch barrel. First, let's test it for flash. Take an ear off. Very, very comfortable. Quiet enough I can shoot it without ears. No problem, no discomfort. Man, this is a very quiet 5.56 can. I am very impressed with this suppressor, very impressed. Put my ears back on, we'll test it out on some steel. Alright guys, I was very impressed with the Vanish 5.56. No matter which barrel length I had it on, I can honestly say this is one of the quietest 5.56 suppressors that doesn't mount over the barrel that I believe I've ever shot. It is a full-size 5.56 can at 6 inches, so it wouldn't be fair to try to compare the K cans to it. Luckily for you all, I do have Exigent Defense's 5.56 K can, the Street Goblin, so be sure to stay tuned for that video. I'll have a full video on Exigent Defense's 5.56 K can here pretty soon. And you guys might have noticed I've been doing a lot of 5.56 cans here lately. Once I've done an individual review on all of them, at the end, if you guys would like, we'll do a comparison of all of them. I've said it in past videos, 3D printing technology is going to take suppressors to the next level. They're just able to do things that you can't do with traditional manufacturing. What's really nice to see is companies like Exigent Defense and Ridgeback Defense come along offering that technology without jacking the prices way up. They're offering these suppressors cheaper than a lot of traditionally manufactured suppressors. In my suppressor videos, I always like to point out something that stood out to me, and the big thing that stood out to me on this suppressor is just the sound. It is very, very quiet for a 5.56 suppressor. I think I was overwhelmed so much with how it sounded, I barely paid any attention to any gas. It's a low back pressure suppressor. I definitely didn't notice any gas to the face. Alright guys, that was the Vanish 5.56 from Exigent Defense, another awesome Kentucky company. I really appreciate them sending their cans to the channel so I could check them out and share them with you guys. If you guys would like to check them out and show them some love, I'll put their Instagram handle up on the screen and put a link in the description. Head over, drop a comment, let them know you saw their suppressor on the Kentucky Tactical YouTube channel. If you'd like to help the channel and become part of the team, consider joining as a member. Just hit that join button beneath the video. Guys, I really appreciate y'all watching. If you liked the video, be sure to take a second, hit that like button. Comment, I'd love to know what y'all think of the Vanish 5.56. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed with all notifications. Be safe, be dangerous, and be sure to catch me on the next video.